Well, welcome to Unlocking Organizational Behavior, the podcast where we explore the key concepts that drive success in the workplace. I'm your host, Dr. Obi Paul Byram, and today we're diving into Chapter 5, Motivation at Work. Understanding what truly drives individuals is key to enhancing performance and satisfaction, both in your career and for the teams that you will lead. To kick things off, let me share a quick story about a company navigating the challenges and opportunities of remote work. Consider a tech company that transitioned to a hybrid work model during the pandemic. Wow. Now, initially, the company believed that allowing employees to work from home would reduce productivity. However, they were surprised to find that many employees were actually more motivated and productive when working remotely. The key? Flexibility. Now, the company realized that by giving employees the autonomy to choose where and when they work, they were tapping into a powerful intrinsic motivator: the need for autonomy and control over one's environment. Well, in today's episode, we'll explore key theories and concepts of motivation, including Maslow's hierarchy of needs, McClelland's need theory, and the Hertzberg two-factor theory. These theories provide valuable insights into what drives individuals and how managers can create environments that foster motivation, whether in the office or working from home. Well, let's start by defining motivation. Motivation is the process that initiates, guides, and sustains goal-oriented behavior. It's what drives employees to achieve their goals and perform at their best. There are different types of motivation, including intrinsic motivation, which comes from within the individual, and extrinsic motivation, which is driven by external factors such as rewards and recognition. Well, as a manager, it's important to recognize what motivates each of your team members. Some may be driven by personal achievement or recognition, while others may be motivated by the desire to contribute to a larger purpose. Understanding these drivers will help you tailor your approach to motivate each individual effectively. So let's now dive into some of the most influential theories of motivation, starting with Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's theory suggests that humans' needs are arranged in a hierarchy, starting with basic needs like food and water, and moving up to more complex needs like self-actualization. Now, according to this theory, individuals are motivated to fulfill lower-level needs before they can move on to higher-level needs. For instance, an employee who is worried about job security, a safety need, may not be focused on career development opportunities, an esteem need, until they feel secure in their position. Now, understanding where your employees are on Maslow's hierarchy can help you address their needs more effectively. For example, ensuring that your team feels safe and secure in their jobs is a fundamental step in motivating them to pursue higher level goals, such as professional growth and creativity. Well, shifting to McClelland's need theory, which focuses on three key needs that influence motivation: the need for achievement, the need for power, and the need for affiliation. Now, according to this theory, different individuals are motivated by different needs, and understanding these needs can help you predict and influence behavior. For example, A team leader with a high need for power might be particularly effective in motivating and directing a team towards achieving organizational goals. However, in their need for power becomes excessive, it could lead to micromanagement and a lack of autonomy for team members. Now, by understanding the dominant needs of your team members, you can tailor your approach to meet these needs effectively. For instance, providing opportunities for achievement and recognition can motivate those with a high need for achievement, while offering leadership roles or responsibilities can appeal to those with a high need for power. We're going to shift to section 4, Hertzberg's two-factor theory. Hertzberg's two-factor theory, also known as the motivation hygiene theory, suggests that there are certain factors in the workplace that cause job satisfaction, while a separate set of factors cause dissatisfaction. Motivation factors such as achievement, recognition, and responsibility lead to job satisfaction when they are present. However, their absence does not necessarily cause dissatisfaction. On the other hand, hygiene factors such as a company's policies, supervision, and salary can cause dissatisfaction when they are inadequate, but their presence alone does not lead to satisfaction. For example, an employee might be dissatisfied with their job due to poor working conditions. That's a hygiene factor. But might not necessarily be satisfied with their job simply because of the conditions are good. On the other hand, providing opportunities for achievement and recognition, motivational factors, can lead to true job satisfaction. As a manager, it's important to address both motivation and hygiene factors to create a work environment that promotes satisfaction and minimizes dissatisfaction. While ensuring competitive pay and safe working conditions is essential, focusing on motivation factors such as recognition and opportunity for growth will have a more significant impact on long-term job satisfaction and employee engagement. Well, shifting a little bit, there are contemporary approaches to motivation as well. Let's explore some, including the concept of eustress, strength-based approaches, and hope. Eustress is a positive form of stress that can actually enhance performance. Unlike distress, which is harmful, eustress provides the energy and motivation needed to overcome challenges and achieve goals. Strength-based approaches focus on identifying and leveraging individual strengths in areas where people can excel. Organizations can increase engagement and productivity. Hope is another key factor in motivation, as it relates to an individual's belief in their ability to achieve their goals. Cultivating hope in the workplace can lead to greater perseverance and resilience in the face of challenges. Now, encouraging a work environment that promotes eustress, recognition, strengths, and fosters hope can lead to higher levels of motivation and better performance. For example, setting challenging but achievable goals can create a sense of eustress, while providing regular feedback and support can help employees maintain hope and stay focused on their objectives. Moving to section 6, equity theory. Equity theory, developed by Stacey Adams, is based on the principle that employees are motivated by fairness. According to this theory, individuals compare their job inputs, effort, experience, education, and outcomes, salary and recognition, with those of others. If they perceive an imbalance, they may experience feelings of inequity which can lead to decreased motivation and job satisfaction. For instance, if an employee believes they are working harder than a colleague but receiving the same pay, they may feel underappreciated and demotivated. As a manager, it's important to ensure that your team's members feel that they're being treated fairly. Regularly assess compensation, recognition, and workload distribution to prevent perceptions of inequality. Transparent communication about how decisions are made can also help manage perceptions of fairness. Well, let's shift to goal-setting theory. Goal-setting theory, developed by Edwin Locke and Gary Latham, is based on the idea that specific and challenging goals lead to higher performance. According to this theory, goals serve as a motivator by focusing employees' efforts and attentions, increasing persistence, and encouraging the development of strategies for goal attainment. The theory highlights the importance of setting SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. SMART. SMART goals provide clear direction and criteria for success, which can significantly enhance motivation and performance. For example, setting a goal to increase sales by 10% in the next quarter is more motivating and actionable than a vague goal like improve sales. The specificity and time frame makes it easier for employees to focus their efforts and measure their progress. When setting goals for your team, make sure they are challenging yet achievable. Involve employees in the goal-setting process to ensure buy-in and commitment. Regularly review and adjust goals as needed to keep motivation high and align with changing circumstances. Continuing on, let's talk about reinforcement theory. Reinforcement theory, based on the work of B.F. Skinner, focuses on the relationship between behavior and its consequences. Now, according to this theory, behavior that is followed by a positive consequence, reinforcement, is more likely to be repeated, while behavior followed by negative consequences, punishment, is less likely to be repeated. Now, reinforcement can be positive, rewards for good performance, or negative, for example, removal of unpleasant tasks following good performance. Now, punishment involves imposing negative consequences to reduce undesirable behavior, while extinction involves removing the reinforcement that is maintaining the behavior. For instance, if an employee receives praise and a bonus for meeting their sales target, they are likely to continue putting in effort to achieve similar results in the future. Conversely, if an employee is consistently late and is disciplined, they may be less likely to repeat the behavior. Well, use reinforcement strategies to encourage desirable behaviors in your team. Positive reinforcement, such as recognition or rewards, can be effective in promoting consistent high performance. However, be mindful of over-relying on punishment, as it can lead to resentment and decreased morale. Expectancy theory. Well, expectancy theory, developed by Victor Vroom, suggests that employees are motivated when they believe that their efforts will lead to desired performance, and that this performance will be rewarded with outcomes that they value. The theory is based on three components: expectancy, instrumentality, and valence. Expectancy is the belief that increased effort will lead to better performance. For example, an employee may believe that putting in extra hours will result in completing a project successfully. Instrumentality is the belief that good performance will be rewarded. This might include promotion, raises, or recognition. Valence? Well, valence is the value that an individual places on the expected rewards. Different people value different rewards, such as monetary compensation, job security, or personal recognition. To effectively motivate your team ensures that they believe their efforts will be rewarded with outcomes they value. Clear communication is about the connection between effort, performance, and rewards can help strengthen their motivation. It's also important to understand that rewards are most valued by your team members and align incentives accordingly. Now, in conclusion, motivation is a complex but crucial aspect of organizational behavior. Understanding and applying various motivation theories can help you enhance employee performance and satisfaction. Whether your team is working in the office, remotely, or in a hybrid model, by setting clear goals, ensuring fairness, providing reinforcement, and aligning rewards with employee values, you can create a motivated and high-performing team. Well, this episode of Unlocking Organizational Behavior was based on Chapter 5, Motivation at Work. The textbook, Organizational Development and Change by Cummings and Worley. We'd like to thank Audio Coffee for the music and the sound effects used in this podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share it with your peers. Until next time, this is your host, Dr. Obi Paul Byram, signing off. Keep striving for positive change. And stay curious and keep learning.